Oh yeah, I love me some Big Brother. Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite Big Brother moves in Big Brother, obviously. Of course, what the fuck else am I talking about? But yeah, yes, in my last video I did my ranking of all the Big Brother winners from at least favorite to my favorites, so I thought I'd do Big Brother moves. Moves people have done in the game that I consider legendary, and just moves that I personally fucking love. Because what I love a lot is just people making sneaky or strategic or even great social moves to improve the game or just to stir the game up a little bit. Whether it's good, smart, strategic, or just flat out entertaining, here are my top 10 favorite Big Brother moves. Alright, coming in number 10 is Paul getting everyone to throw the challenge in Big Brother 19. Okay, this is a shitty season. I hated this season. This move right here, I fucking love this move. This move alone is what makes this season better than Big Brother 15 and Big Brother 1. Because I think Big Brother 19 is the third worst season ever. I think Big Brother 1 and Big Brother 15 are the worst seasons. I hate everything about those seasons. I hate everything about the season but this move. This move was fucking awesome. I loved it. The fact that Paul got everyone to throw this track competition and the girl with the busted leg wins it it was so funny. It just showed you how much power and control Paul had in the game. Paul had so much control, so much power, and he basically tested that power and he got everybody to throw the competition. Pretty good move. Pretty fucking good move. Coming in at number 9 is Dan Gheesling getting Danielle to give him the POV in the final 4 for Big Brother 14. And this is Big Brother 14. Yes, Dan convincing Danielle to give him the power of veto to get Shane out of the game. Fucking brilliant. This is just Dan. This is just how much of a control Dan had in the game. This is just how manipulative Dan Gheesling is, and that's why he's the best player to play Big Brother and stuff. And Danielle wins the POV. She wants Shane in the game. She basically wants the final 3 to be her, Dan, and Shane, but Dan doesn't want that. Dan wants to be him, Ian, and Danielle. And so basically when Danielle wins POV, she convinces to give it to him, and he gets basically Shane out of the house, and it was a brilliant move because he knew if Shane went to the final 2, he would beat every single one of them. That jury would vote for him for the $500,000. So Dan needed to get his way to the final 2, and that was a brilliant way to do it. Coming in number 8 is Will's final speech in Big Brother 2. Yeah, Will Kirby going to the final 2 in Big Brother 2 was so good. Will played a perfect game, and the fact that he just convinces the jury to give him the money because he basically just does the speech. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but basically about being on reality television, and if they can't handle being on reality television, they never should have signed up for that in the first place. They signed up to be backstabbed. They signed up to be humiliated. They signed up for this, and he had to play a villainous character to get himself to the end. He uses reality television to win him the whole game, and honestly, it's pretty fucking brilliant. Coming in number 7 is Will Kirby manipulating the final 4 HOH in Big Brother 2. Yeah, another great move by Will. Basically getting a girl to throw herself out of the challenge to give him power was so brilliant. This basically guaranteed his spot into the final 2. Getting someone to throw out of the challenge and giving him the power, making himself comfortable and getting him to pick the final 2 and to win him the whole game. This is why Will Kirby's one of the best players ever. Coming in number 6 is Vanessa convincing Julia to pick Austin in the veto competition in Big Brother 17. Vanessa is probably one of the best players of Big Brother 17. I'd say like best players, but my favorite was Johnny. Johnny Mac was my favorite. I fucking love Johnny Mac, but Vanessa was a very strategic powerhouse, and she probably would have won if she made it to final 2 with Steve or even Liz. I think she would have won the whole thing. However, this move, which she does to Austin, was so good into Julia. Basically, her convincing Julia to go against Austin in the comp, then Austin beating her, and then him winning the veto, and then Julia ends up going home was a phenomenal game. That is a phenomenal move and a really good, smart, strategic play, and this is why I love Vanessa. Coming in number 5 is Dan convincing Ollie to give him the HOH and throw out of it, and then just stabs him in the back. This is in Big Brother 10. Yes, basically Dan and Ollie are the last 2 people in this HOH competition, and Dan convinces Ollie to give him the HOH. He says, I will let you pick one of the nominees, and I will save one person for you. Basically, he's giving Ollie half the power of an HOH, but Dan wants to be an HOH himself. And then Ollie agrees to it, and Dan becomes HOH, and then he nominates Jerry, and he nominates Memphis, but Memphis wins the POV, and then he puts up Ollie's #1 ally on block, and then she gets out of the game. So basically, he just backstabbed Ollie just to get HOH, and that's just, again, the Dan charm and the Dan move, and that is why I love Dan. Coming in number 4 is Derrick saving Zach, Big Brother 16. Derrick never made a lot of flashy big moves. He just played a really good strategic game, and basically he didn't need to make big moves to win him the $500,000. The biggest move I think he did do was saving Zach and shifting all the blame to Zach and putting Zach as a target, but also saving Zach because Zach is part of his alliance. But the way he does it is so good because Derrick looks like the innocent bystander. He gets in good graces with Nicole. He puts the target on Zach, but also saving Zach, keeping his alliance strong, and still also controlling the game. He basically ends up controlling the whole game without anyone realizing he's controlling the whole game. It's a very subtle, very sly move that a lot of people don't really mention a lot. A lot of people just kind of goes over their head, but it's actually a strategic and brilliant move, and easily one of my favorite moves in all Big Brothers. So yeah, this is why I love Derrick. Coming in number 3 is Eric being America's player, Big Brother 8. I love Eric. Eric was my favorite player of Big Brother 8. I think if he actually wasn't America's player, I think he would have won the whole game. But the fact that he was America's player, and the fact that he did all the tasks America did, and he succeeded all those tasks, and no one ever suspected that he was America's player, or suspected him of being a rat or anything, makes him that good of a player. The fact that he has to make all these stories, all these backstories up, and, do all these pranks and blame it on other people, and basically has to vote America's way, not his own way, and basically has to put the blame on everyone else, is just how amazing and strategic it is. And the fact that he has to convince the jury to give the $500,000 to Dick Donato, a guy no one likes, but because Dick was such a dick, and Eric was such a great, very good, smart player, and he can convince people to do what he wants, Eric succeeded in everything he had to do being America's player. And that takes a strong player and all these great moves just all together make Eric awesome. And just, yeah, number 3. Coming to number 2 is Mike Boogie throwing the final HOH Big Brother All-Stars. Mike Boogie doing the Richard Hatch, genius. Yes, he does the final HOH with Erica, Janelle, and himself. And basically, in the first 10 seconds of the competition, he basically hops off. He's like, I'm doing a Richard Hatch. They both gotta take me to the final 2. He hops off. But when he hops off, Janelle takes her, because she's so baffled at what he does, she takes her hand off the thing and eliminates her. In the first 20 seconds, he eliminates himself and he eliminates Janelle. That's so brilliant. His move was so brilliant, he didn't even realize how brilliant it really was. And this is why Mike Boogie won All-Stars. And my #1 favorite move of all time in Big Brother is everyone's favorite move. It's Dan's funeral. Dan's funeral, Big Brother 14. Dan Giesling is my favorite player for a reason. A lot of it is because of Dan's funeral. Dan's funeral is what made him have control and power in the game. Dan was on the bottom. Dan was going to go home. And even his Quack Pack Alliance itself wasn't going to save him, so he does this little big speech saying that he's done with the game and that he'll never trust Danielle ever again, and then Frank trusts him, and basically he sends Brittany home and gets more control, and sends all the players home, and gets himself to the final 2. The reason he got himself to the final two was because of Dan's funeral. It gave him the control and the power. The sheer manipulation he did with Dan's funeral was genius. It's not only the greatest move in Big Brother, but it's one of the greatest moves in reality television, period. So yeah, this is why I love Dan. So that was my top 10 favorite Big Brother moves. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what are your favorite moves that players have done throughout the whole series of Big Brother? You can include every Big Brother, like UK, Celebrity, Canada, US, include them all. What are your favorite moves? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.